Hi guys, welcome back to Movie Chat and More, and if you're here for the very first time, welcome. My name is Richard, and today I want to talk about the Michael Myers masks, used in the iconic Halloween series, which most of my videos are based upon. I talk about Michael Myers and Halloween more than anything else, I think. So, yeah, this isn't an official ranking video. I don't want to say, oh, this is the best mask, this is the worst mask ever worn by Michael Myers. It's just me shooting the breeze. And if you wish to agree with me or disagree with me, I would love to hear both. Comment down below and let me know. But hear me out first. You might agree with me. You may not. Who knows? Now, my own personal opinion, this probably won't come as a surprise to most of you who are familiar with the Halloween franchise. My personal favorite Halloween mask is the original. The original Captain Kirk William Shatner mask worn by Nick Castle in 1978 and worn by several other people during the making of that film, including Deborah Hill. Yeah, and Tommy Lee Wallace, who was the guy who broke through the Laurie's cabinet. Not cabinet. What's it called? Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Where they hang clothes. Anyway, yeah, that's my personal favorite mask, worn by Nick Castle primarily, and yeah, it's just a very spooky, eerie mask. I'm not going to go into the story of the mask and how the mask came about from, the transition from being a William Shatner Captain Kirk mask into a Michael Myers mask, because you probably already know that story. If you don't, you could probably find it somewhere on YouTube, online. Well, I say probably, you can. But yeah, it was basically a William Shatner Captain Kirk Star Trek mask, which they shaved the sideburns off, they widened the eyes and spray painted it white, messed up the hair, and thus was born the face of Michael Myers. Now, the same mask was worn by Dick Warlock in Halloween 2. Did it look as good on Warlock as it did on Nick Castle? No. In my personal opinion, it didn't. But it still looked good. It's the same mask. It had a bit of yellowing. It had a bit of age because of Deborah Hill, who was a heavy smoker, kept the mask underneath her bed, I believe. And yeah, it was prone to age, and the yellowing is probably the results of tobacco. And it looked good on Dick Warlock, but it didn't really fit Dick Warlock's face the way it did Nick Castle, now from 78. And this mask was not as we all probably know, the original Halloween mask used in 78 and Halloween 2, 1981, it wasn't made for anybody. It wasn't made for Nick Castle. It was just a mask. It was just a Captain Kirk Star Trek mask. But it fitted Nick Castle's face better, in my opinion. Dick Warlock, yeah, he looked good wearing it, but, swings and roundabouts. What do you think? Comment down below and let me know. Watch the video first and then let me know. My second favorite Michael Myers mask, thinking about it, this is tough. It's tough because I would have to say now, I don't know. It's I'll tell you what, my second favorite Michael Myers mask is a cross between Halloween 4, worn by George P. Wilbur, and Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, worn by George B. Wilbur. And the masks look completely different. I mean, I'll be the first to admit that. Halloween 4. I love that mask in Halloween 4. Not many people do. Well, by and large. I've never seen many videos on YouTube saying how great the mask from Halloween 4 was. I always hear negative things about it. It looked too clean, it looked too pale, it looked too white. I haven't heard many, if any, good things about the mask from Halloween 4. By and large. I mean, every now and then I do stumble upon a comment on YouTube or some horror website where, hey, I like the Halloween 4 mask, you know, I like it, it looks good. I like it. It's probably my second favorite mask, alongside the same mask worn by George P. Wilbur in Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. That mask to me is, if I had to put, I mean, Halloween 2018 aside for a second, okay? If I was to say my second favorite Halloween mask, not 78, 81, because that's the same mask, I would probably say, I don't know, Halloween 4, Halloween 6, worn by the same guy, but the masks do look completely different. Really. If you look at the mask in Halloween 4, it doesn't really resemble, well, it does resemble, obviously it resembles the mask in Halloween 6, but you can see it's a different mask. I love them both. The mask in Halloween 4 brings back a lot of memories for me. No, I never wore it and killed people. That may be a bit weird, but I'm not Michael Myers. But I love both of those masks. But I probably, if I had to choose, it would probably be the 1988 Halloween 4 Return of Michael Myers mask. Very closely followed by the mask worn by George P. Wilbur in Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. After that, what do we have left? Well, can't include Halloween 3, because, of course, for obvious reasons. So, I would say, after the original mask and after Halloween 4 and Halloween 6 or Halloween 6 and Halloween 4, you know, I would probably say my next favorite mask has gotta be Halloween 2018. Now, this mask is supposed to be the same mask from 1978, not 1981, because as you all know, the mask in 1981 in this timeline doesn't exist. It's the same mask worn by Nick Castle in 1978's Halloween. I mean, we all know it's not, but they did their best to make it look like the same mask, just 40 years older. Now, we all know this is bullshit because the original mask still exists. Somebody does own the 1978 Nick Castle Halloween mask. And it's in bits and bobs. You know, it's it's still a mask, but somebody has it, somebody brought it. Who they brought it from, I'm not too sure about that. But somebody has it in a temperature-controlled environment, and they're keeping this mask from 1978. Hallelujah. My hat goes off to you. Whoever you are, if you've got that mask in a temperature-controlled environment, just to make sure it doesn't deteriorate more than it already has, I tip my hat to you. It's a piece of Hollywood history, and brilliant, brilliant. Halloween 2018, the mask. Yeah, it does resemble the original mask worn by Nick Castle in 1978. but it's not the same. I love the way I love the way the mask is handled in this film. I really do. I really I love the way it's just picked up out of the boot of a car. It's just held by the guy, the British guy at the beginning of the movie. Say something, say something. The mask, after 40 years, he obtained the mask from the Attorney General's office, I believe. I got this mask from the Attorney General's office, or something like that. I should know it. My apologies. But yeah, if he was to grab the mask by the hair and show it to Michael Myers, as he does in the beginning of 2018, it would fall apart. But we gotta forget realism for now. Like Donald Pleasance once said, that awful word, realistic. We gotta forget that. Halloween 2018 is probably my next favorite mask. Like I said, I'm not gonna say first favorite, second favorite, third favorite, fourth favorite. We'll be here a long time. And I don't think I could do that. Well, I could, if need be. But I'm just shooting the breeze, guys. You know, I mean, if you're familiar with Movie Chat and More, my channel, then you know I don't review things. I chat, movie chat. So that's what I do. And I hope you enjoy my videos. We got some new subscribers, and by the way, thank you very much for doing so. I appreciate it. I always do. And so yeah, cheers for subscribing to Movie Chat and More. And yeah, it's great. Halloween 2018 mask is probably my next favorite. It does resemble the 2000. It does resemble the original mask. It looks older, 40 years older. Yeah. There are ifs and buts and candy and nuts about what I think about this mask in Halloween 2018. I think the film's great. I think it's the rebirth of Michael Myers, unlike what Rob Zombie was able to do in 2007, and especially Rob Zombie's awful Halloween 2 in 2009. This movie has a reborn. It's the rebirth of Michael Myers. And it made a shitload of money and was critically acclaimed as well. That's kind of rare. But I love the mask in Halloween 2018. It's not... It's good. It's very, very good. Does it look like the same mask from 1978? Yeah, kind of. And no, kind of. But it's a good Halloween mask anyway. It's a good Michael Myers mask. It's solid. So where are we up to? So my favorite is 78, 81, Halloween 4, Halloween 6. I'm not going to go on too much about the remaining masks, because there's not much really to talk about. Halloween Resurrection. That mask is not my favorite. The movie has never been my favorite. But we're talking about the masks. Now, there is one thing I do want to say about the mask from Halloween Resurrection. It doesn't look anything like Brandon Lee in The Crow. Now, why this comes about, why people say this, I don't know what they're seeing. Now, guys, if you think the mask from Halloween Resurrection looks anything like Brandon Lee in The Crow, then please comment down below and let me know. If you see where they're coming from, the people that say this mask is Halloween / The Crow, as far as the mask goes, then comment down below and let me know, because I actually don't see it. The mask in Halloween Resurrection's okay. It's alright. Uh, but it's not great. I mean, we've got to be honest here. It's not great. You may love it. It could be the mask worn in Halloween Resurrection. Canadian guy. Can't think of his name. I know as soon as I finish this video, his name's going to be... Oh, yeah. Brad Loree. Brad Loree. He played the Shape in Halloween Resurrection, and I quite liked him. The mask, not so much. Bit cartoony. You could see the eyes quite a bit. You could see Brad Loree's eyes too much. And the mask, even though it looks nothing like The Crow, I'm not a big fan of that mask. It looks a bit too perfect, you know? It looks a bit, you know, this is Michael Myers. You remember Michael Myers. This is what he looked like. Well, no, he didn't. He never looked that perfect. The mask in Halloween Resurrection, for me, is too good. It's too... The sheen, that it doesn't look authentic to me. Halloween H2O. Well, as you may or may not know, they used 4 masks in Halloween H2O 20 years later. Now, the mask we see at the very beginning of this film, when Michael Myers kills Nurse Chambers, I believe her name is, I love that mask. The whole film, from what I've heard, was filmed originally with a different mask. It was a mask that looked very much like a space alien. Now, when I say a space alien, obviously, I've got remote controls trying to attack me. When I say the mask looks like a space alien, if you go back and watch Halloween H2O, watch some documentaries on the film. They're on YouTube, and you'll see what I mean. If you don't know what I mean already, and you probably do, you clicked on this video. So, and this film was shown to test audiences, and somebody, Halloween H2O, and somebody in a test audience stood up, literally stood up and said, "That's not Michael Myers' mask." Now, I'm not saying that one person's opinion alone turned around the entire production, but a lot of people must have thought the same thing. Now, the mask I'm talking about is awful. It's dreadful. It's the worst Halloween Michael Myers mask of all time. It's probably even worse than Halloween 5, the one worn by Don Shanks, which I am going to talk about. But that one, if you haven't seen it, when you watch Halloween H2O, you do actually see this mask. Let me think of a scene. Okay, when Michael Myers is on the chase for Laurie Strode's son, John, and his girlfriend, played by Michelle Williams, yeah? You do see flashes of the original mask that was used in Halloween H2O. And it is awful. However, at the beginning of the film, when Nurse Chambers is killed, it must have been a different mask, because I still remember, I was 18 years old, I believe. I was sitting in the cinema watching Halloween H2O, the first Halloween film I ever saw at the cinema. And when I first saw the mask, I was like, yeah, that's it. That's Michael Myers. But somehow, the mask during production because of legal reasons, changed. And it changed more than once. So what they had to do, they had to splice the film together, they had to reshoot certain scenes, and we end up with 4 different Michael Myers masks. One including a CGI mask, which you probably know what I'm about to say, looks like a joke. It's when Jimmy is killed in the kitchen. It's an off-screen kill, but we see the mask, and I'm ashamed to say when I first saw the film in the cinema, I didn't really notice. But even if I didn't know, now I'm 38 years old, coming up to 39. Yeah, I can see the difference. And you can see the mask worn in the kitchen. Well, it's not really worn, it's just CGI. It's crap. But no, that mask is quite bad. But like I say, the mask you see at the beginning, I quite like. It reminds me very much of the mask worn by George P. Wilbur in Halloween 6. And there's variations. You got the alien space monster mask, which is dreadful. And there's one other one. There were 4 masks used in the production of Halloween H2O. So it's difficult to, put any one of those into any kind of ranking system when I'm talking about the Michael Myers masks. So, where do we go from there? Ooh, let me think. I've talked about Halloween 2018. I love that mask. I think it's good. I think it's solid. Well, actually, no, it's not solid. It should be falling to pieces. But no, I do like the mask in Halloween 2018. Where do I go from there? Rob Zombie's Halloween? Well, I'm not going to even credit the mask in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 because it's a piece of shit. Very much like the film. It's not a mask. It's bits and bobs of a mask. Fair enough, Rob. At the end of Halloween, your Halloween 2007, Laurie Strode, she had the gun underneath Michael's face and she blew it. I mean, at that range, he would have no head left. And the mask will be in a pretty bad shape. But you don't really have to do it. You can con us, Rob Zombie. You can con us. You don't have to make the mask look as it did in your Halloween 2. So let's forget about that mask, because it's not a Halloween mask. It's not a Michael Myers mask. It's atrocious. Rob Zombie's 2007 mask, it's alright. It's okay. It's okay. With what Zombie, I believe, was trying to do with his interpretation of the Halloween franchise, the mask in Halloween 2007 works really well for me. So I quite like it. But it's hard for me to put that mask up there with the likes of, certainly the original Halloween mask and Halloween 4 and Halloween 6 and maybe even Halloween H2O. Because there are many scenes, well, quite a few scenes in Halloween H2O where I think, yeah, the mask looks good. I didn't think that so much in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2007 remake. But there are scenes where the mask looks okay. And by the way, I do love in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2007 when Myers comes back to his house and he's tearing up the floorboards and he grabs the mask, and I love that scene. So now we come, unfortunately, to Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Now, if you're familiar with my channel, or if you're not, you know, or you may not, the first video I ever did on Movie Chat and More was all about Halloween 5 and how the film gets a bad rap. I don't think it's that bad. I really don't. The mask, however, in Halloween 5 is fucking atrocious. It is awful. It's not even a mask. By and large, it just looks, it looks like a white sack with some hair on top. I mean, you may be thinking, well, that's a mask. It's not a Michael Myers mask. Don Shanks in Halloween 5 was a pretty good shape. But the mask in Halloween 5 was just beyond dreadful. Don Shanks didn't have a chance wearing that mask. It doesn't matter if you're Nick Castle, George P. Wilbur, Chris Durand, Brad Loree, James Dew Courtney. If you haven't got the mask, you got nothing. Now in Halloween 5, Don Shanks was given that piece of shit mask, and his entire performance as the Shape was brought down because of it. So yeah, that's the worst mask ever when we're talking about Michael Myers. So yeah, I think I've covered everything. Like I said, I mean, I don't want to. I don't do reviews. I mean, I've done ranking videos before. This is kind of a ranking video. I'm not even sure what I'm going to call it yet. But yeah, that's basically it. So we got, yeah, I just want to go through one. I want to make sure I've covered all these. Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween 4, yeah, I like it. Not a lot of people do, but I do. Halloween 5, atrocious. Halloween 6, very good. Halloween H2O, well, it's hard to actually say whether I like the mask or not because there were four different masks, and I liked the original. Say the original mask, the mask we see at the beginning of Halloween H2O. I do actually like that mask. I don't think it's used very often in the film. It could be, but for some reason it looks better at the beginning of the movie than it does throughout the rest of the movie. Where were we? Halloween Resurrection. Yeah, not overly keen on that one. Why people say it looks like Brandon Lee in The Crow, I don't know. It looks too pristine for me. It looks too good. It's a cartoon comic book version of the Michael Myers mask, and I don't like it. Rob Zombie's 2007 mask, it's okay. It's got lots of problems, but it's okay. Rob Zombie's 2009, forget it. And Halloween 2018, which I think is good. So guys, thanks very much for watching. I'm gonna, on my primitive software here, just about to hit stop recording. Thanks for, yeah, I really appreciate my new subscribers and subscribers of old. And guys, please keep on liking, commenting, thumbs up, thumbs down. It's interaction. I want to know what you guys think of the Halloween masks from the entire franchise. 1 to Halloween, what is it, 11 now? Well, maybe 1 to 10, because Halloween 3, not Michael Myers, as we all know. Comment down below and let me know what you think, guys, because it's very interesting. Everybody has conflicting opinions about what the best Halloween mask is. By and large, I know I keep on saying that, but by and large, everybody normally says, oh yeah, the original mask from '78 is the best one. You may not think so. You may think, hear me out, you may think the mask worn in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, 2009, is the best Michael Myers mask of all time. And that's up to you. And I love to hear that kind of shit. I really do. I love to hear it because it's your opinion. You've just listened to mine. Now I want to hear yours. Anyway, guys, again, thank you very much for watching. This has been Movie Chat and More. My name is Richard, and I'll see you all again soon. Cheers, guys.